Hello, my name's Fox. So yeah, I'm at Fox, and I did some other unboxings like this. Like this is kind of two things set up, and I just have never uploaded them because I haven't. But I don't think I have at least. In either case, I want to unbox this. It turns out I guess some certain stores with a red circle and a dot through it, as well as the blue version, are starting to get some of these in and are releasing them when they're not supposed to be released. They're supposed to be released, I think, like in October. And I literally went to one, couldn't find it. I'm like, damn, maybe I'm just not gonna get that lucky. Then I went to another one, ta-da, which I do want to get the bigger ones, but I'm gonna wait till another paycheck to get those. But this one specifically I want to get because I like collecting the smaller ones because they fit better on like a shelf. So let's just unbox this. Where's my knife? I don't know where it is. I'm hoping I don't find it stabbed in my back someday. But I got a screwdriver at least. Hopefully this can work. But yeah, so these guys, like, because also here's the thing too, like I'm pretty sure they're selling these guys in like 1-packs, because sometimes they sell like certain Sonic characters in like little 1-packs that you can get, which are really cool. But honestly, this is only like $20. Like if you want like a few set of figures for pretty cheap, because I'm pretty sure like these guys who are like bigger, 5-inch, these are the 5-inch figures. These guys are probably gonna run you maybe like $15. $5 more, you get 3 figures and then 2 accessory figures. It's like I wouldn't really say like the last 2 are really bigger figures. But because I'm already excited for the movie, this is getting more exciting. Let's start with Knuckles, and we're gonna work our way. Actually, let's start with the bad mix. So you have. Oh, please tell me that's not broken. Okay, it's not. Okay, cool. Alright, so you first get the movie version of the Bee Badnik. Movie version of the Bee Badnik, which I think it has a little bit of a pivot on there. The arms don't seem to move. It has a wrist thing, yeah. Okay, and then you also have one of the little egg drones, which. See, you have one of the little egg drones, and you can have it open up, which would have been cool if they painted a little dot there, because I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be one. We have like the little like edges and stuff like that. This one, I guess you gotta aim it like that if you wanted to, or just on its side like that. But now let's get to the main 3, which I'm surprised Tails wasn't part of this pack. But then again, like I said, like I'm pretty sure some of these guys. I'm sure some of these guys either they're gonna come in like some of the other characters you might get in a separate pack, or Knuckles! Scheisse. There we go. I didn't realize Knuckles doesn't have his crooked ass tail. Like he has a tail, but it's not extremely crooked. And it's on a ball joint. But Knuckles. Which is not bad. Like you see like all these figures have like this decent, and you can barely tell, at least from this camera, because this camera's not the greatest webcam. But you can tell like there's like they have a lot of fur design. Like the little bits of it, and even down to like his boots. Like he has those worker like cross hatched boots on the bottom, which is pretty neat. looks like he might be able to turn his wrists. You know what? I'm not going to try that. But he has, he can move his arms up and down. Posability, these guys aren't the greatest. I'll say that. Oh, you can actually, you can turn his legs. So I guess really, I'm not going to try to turn his arms. It looks like you might be able to, like his wrists, but I don't want to risk that because I'm still haunted by, I got the Tron Legacy Clue figure a while, like when it first came out. And me and my brother got Rinsler. And I remember going like, oh, like, I think his head turns. And it just completely, the day we bought it, I'm like, oh no. And then I super glued it. He's good. I don't know where he is now. Hopefully I can find him again. But he was good after that. But also then I'm thinking like, in Toy Story, if a toy like had his head snapped off and they super glued it back, would he then have control of his body, or is he now a paraplegic? That's the kind of thoughts sometimes you have. Anyways, Knuckles. Knuckles, which also this camera, I've had it extended out a little, so he's a little bit wider than he really is. But yeah, Knuckles. Let's go ahead next with the guy whose all the movies and games are named after. Well, most of them, except for one. Actually, well, I'm sure there's a few Sonic games, based games that don't have Sonic in the. Oh yeah, like Chaotic. I don't know if Amy has a game. I don't think she does. It's always fun trying to get these guys out of their packaging. Now we got Sonic, looking all happy and chipper and not being able to stand. Which, I'm someone who grew up with Sonic, so I have a few Sonic toys, figures. I can actually get one. Actually, hold on. Can you stand? I don't think so. Nope. Top heavy as hell. These guys I definitely feel like need a stand on. There you go. Give me a minute. He's yellowed over the years. And I have smaller ones other than that. Maybe someday I'll come. And like, yeah, I don't know if that's. I think it's probably just him yellowing over the years, and we play with him. And I gotta maybe wash this off. I don't think so. I think it's just straight yellow. But one of my oldest Sonic figures, which only till recent years do I find out that this is probably a toy that was made during the first Sonic Adventure game. I think because he has the modern design, and I'm pretty sure it's the. I guess he'd be looking this way. He'd be this. What is it? Is it this? Yeah, like something like that. In any case. Sonic, which again has that nice little fur textures here, which I actually really like. I don't know, it adds a little bit more. I think it adds a little bit more, and the thing is, like, when I look at Game Sonic and he's just smooth now, I'm just like, you probably could have done a little. You probably could have added a little bit of fur texture to it. And even like the cool thing is, even the detail down to his shoes. Like, I'm not sure if you can tell. You can tell a little bit with the light like that. You can see the little detailing in his shoes too, which it's really cool that they're doing that, because a big thing about Sonic character is that each Sonic character has different treads on their shoes. Like, I get that's like a signature thing for each character that game designers actually put into it. Okay, so that's how you can make Sonic stand. But yeah, Knuckles, Sonic. I don't think I'll change those wrists. But yeah, Sonic, and then last but not least, and the one that I was most excited for, and hope nothing happens as I take him out of this. Careful. Oh, Shadow, your quills are so flared. Okay. I'm Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog. Hell yeah. Alright. What did you do? What I had to. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I've only seen. But yeah, Shadow. This is the main one I wanted to get. God, he looks good. You can slightly turn their heads. Like, at least Shadow you can. Sonic is a little bit harder because of his quills, but you can get a little bit of a turn. Knuckles, I don't know. It looks like you probably can. Maybe. But I, again, don't want to try it. No, even if you could, like, his dreads would kind of get in the way. But, Shadow. Which he looks sick. And even then, here's the cool thing. These are really detailed. And the thing is, too, I'm pretty sure there's a new way of making toys than, like, older, obviously. Because I feel like with the idea of 3D printers, they're able to sculpt figures out and be, let's say, you know, a 3-inch figure like this. Where you not only have like the little bit of detail on his shoes, and even like you have his treads. You even, I'm not sure, can you see it better in this one? A little bit. You can see a little dark ring in the center of his inhibitor ring, where, because that's what the movie Shadow has, which I actually really like that they did that instead of just giving him just solid golden rings, which look like the rings that Sonic has. But Shadow, but like you have that little bit of detail, and then obviously along with all the little fur bits and all that stuff. I'll see maybe when I get if I get one of the bigger figures to see if the fur patterns match up, because Shadow. He stands actually really well. Maybe it's because of his bigger shoes or treads. But he actually stands up pretty well. Actually, give me another second. Gojira! Okay, the reason why I bring this up and I bring it up with these guys too is because I want to see when I get the bigger figures if it's similar or not. Because these two figures are the same mold. Or at least they're sculpted exactly the same. Down to the same articulation, down... Actually, the hands are probably the only slight difference, where it looks like they made that into a part. But like, even like maybe again like stuff like this, but like down to the same posing, down to the exact same similar gear, which yeah, they're supposed to be the same figure, but you think there would be like a difference of how posing, even down to like the tails. You can tell like almost exactly the same. Because what I think, something like this, they just create the first in a computer. They create the first 3D version of how the figure is gonna look, or maybe they even sculpt it out. I'm not entirely sure. And then from there, they they'll use the computer, scan it, and then they'll blow it up to different sizes. Which also, like even something like this, I don't know if he's even hollow on the inside. Also, there's the like Walmart one that comes with like Shimo. The blue tart. Anyways, this guy feels a lot more solid and stuff like that. Where this guy, even though I like this one because he's so big, especially because then you stand him up next to someone like Sonic here. It's actually kind of funny how his head cuts off from this camera, but on this camera you can see his head bit. Just to show how big he is. This guy is way bigger, obviously, but he is a lot more hollow on the inside, which makes sense. But and that's also another reason why I like these 3-inch ones compared to like getting like a 5-inch one, because he pairs well with bigger creatures, stuff like that. Especially if I put them next to like my Transformers, I think it fits really well. Yeah, these guys work really well, and also again, you can also hold way more of these guys. But yeah, so I think maybe when I get the other one, I'm going to try to see if I can match up patterns with the fur. See, like, look at that. That actually looks really sick. And the thing is, like, they're pretty much compatible, I think, with like other of these similar figure sizes, at least. Because here's Sonic Prime, which he has trouble standing up, which I think literally the movie one, even though like I gotta position him in a certain way, the movie ones actually still have a pretty decent pose, like standing. Which also another thing I actually really like about the movie version versus the game one, though again I love the games because I grew up with them. One thing I actually really like about these ones is these guys do feel like they're younger, like they're their age of like 16 or whatnot, versus this Sonic, which I feel like could be 20, could be any age really, any youngish age. I feel like this Sonic, even though like canonically he's like I think 17. I think canonically he's 17 now after his birthday in Generations. Can't stand him up. I can stand these guys up though. Here's Prime Metal. And then here's Video Game Metal. And just for kicks, here's 9. Which 9 is way easier to stand up because he has his big ass tail. Tails. So, Sonic, he needs a little assistance. Perfect. But yeah, like, these guys scale pretty well. And the thing is, like, this metal, because these guys, at some point I'm gonna do probably, if this does well or decent, I'll probably do an unboxing of, or not unboxing, or review of the Prime figures, at least of these guys. I didn't get any of the big ones because I think these ones actually work better smaller. I do have some of the prisms. I'm actually like, I only one set missing from these. So like when I get that last set, whenever I get it, it's probably when I'll do the review of it. But when I get that last set is probably when I'll do the review, which I think the last set I need to get is the boss cage. Jesus! And the last set I need to get is the boss cage. Oh look, I got Sonic to stand. And 9 was in the way. Great. But these guys look so good. Shadow, you've been standing perfectly fine. Don't fall. These guys look so damn good. And again, size-wise, they work pretty well with these guys. With these smaller 2-inch whatever ones, which makes sense. And again, also works well when you have like bigger figures, stuff like that. Godzilla back there. But they work out pretty well size-wise compared to each other. And I think I don't have a Knuckles in like a 2-inch, 2.5-inch size, so it's pretty decent getting these. And then again, you get a little 2 bad nicks along with them. Again, the prisms got a. Let's see, can I get Shadow to hold it? Come on, there, kinda. Oh, where's that damn 4th prism? Yeah, these guys look sick. And again, the posing isn't the greatest. You're not gonna get a lot of poses out of these guys. Apparently, the 6-inch ones are very posable. So I'm definitely kind of looking forward to looking for that. Those guys, I'm not that like gung ho getting because I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like the main set of like the bigger toys, which I'll go and look for them. And when they officially come out more, I guess. But for smaller figures, which again, these are the ones that like you could put, I think would fit more with like, let's say a playset or something like that. These guys I think are really cool. Or really decent. And again, match up pretty well with these other guys. Like this guy, I keep getting off topic. This guy, I got this Metal Sonic from a single pack. From like, you can get these guys, like, I would say like, if you ever go to a store, check, if you ever go to the blue store, whatever, check the cashier racks or stuff like that. Like usually, at least that's where I found most of these guys. There's like single packs, and I'm pretty sure, and I think I've seen that they're gonna be selling these guys in like single packs. I'm gonna look for Tails, look for whoever else they have. But yeah, I'd recommend these guys, especially if you collect like smaller figures, stuff like that, or you know, if you do play with them. I think these guys work pretty well. I'm probably gonna keep Shadow and the other guys in here. I don't know, or I might put them on my my Sonic shelf with all the Sonic figures. I have more. Again, I have most of the Prime ones. Which, here's the thing. I found Sonic, Tails, and I think it's a Rusty Rose that comes with like the Red Prism and a base for the Red Prism. I found those guys at Target and I'm like, man, I can't wait for them to release the other waves. Never found any of them. And then I look online and then it turns out they released them like all online and stuff like that, or different ones online. And my Target never got the other ones, which sucked. But god dang it, and that's I had to catch up. But and here's the thing too, watch price too, because this guy comes in one of the packs. He comes with the 2 other medals and 2 Prism gems, the Phantom Green Hill Zone gem and the Grim gem. And like it was like $50 when I looked at it. I'm like, what? And then I waited like a few weeks and I found another one for like 20 maybe $30. A lot cheaper, very decent. I'll do a more review on these guys when I get the rest of them. But yeah, these guys should be coming out soon, or maybe they are out by mistake. I don't know. Apparently online they said that some of these have like a release date of October something, and therefore like Target, where you know, those stores won't release them. But I don't know. I said, hey, you know, can I get them? And I said, yeah, sure. And a bunch of other people have gotten them too. Found like all of them. So like, I don't know the whole gist of it. But yeah, I highly recommend these. They're really cool. They're really decent little figures. I like the detailing of all the fur. They could have just made them, you know, they could have made them smooth. They could have made them smooth, but they didn't. Which, you know, that's not a knock against these guys. Also, again, I do love Sonic. But I think just the added fur texture adds so much more to these guys. Although I will say too, like, even though actually, you know what? It doesn't really even bother that much, at least not on camera. That little bridge, you see, like, his black doesn't go all the way down to his muzzle. So, like, there's a little bit of a gap, like a tan gap. But even then, it doesn't even look that bad, honestly. But yeah, and funny enough, Shadow's the one that I can stand up perfectly fine. Damn it. Ah, man, don't mess with your nose. Sonic, and then Knuckles will break. But anyways, thanks for watching Figure Videos. Hopefully you enjoy this. I want to watch Hell of a Boss now, so this will come out probably after that Hell of a Boss video. But thanks for watching Figure Videos. Hope you enjoy this. And stay tuned for my other figure reviews. I have a bunch of figures that I want to show them off, do reviews on them, I guess. I don't know. This Sonic. I don't know why. Like, you also definitely feel like because they have a little bottom holes. Like, all of these guys actually have these bottom holes for them to stand on, but they don't come with stands. So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's something where I could buy stands to have them stand on them. But, like, it is kind of like, god dang it, how do I stand you up? Anyways. Standing? Thanks for watching videos. Hope you enjoy this. And we will. See you later. God, but look how cool he is. Like, even like how he stands. Like, they made these so freaking great, honestly. I love them.